And then how are we doing on Tony? Man, it's taken a long time to convert Tony. Let me just be the first to say Tony has an indomitable will. Let's deconstruct this vitals monitor. I'm not sure why that's in our storage. Masterwork shield belt just laying around over here. Yeah, so a bit of it is just the kind of historical way that the colony grew up, but I really like animals for hauling. So obviously all of the polar bears are trained to haul, so they do the bulk of our hauling. Like after that tribal raid, the polar bears are the only ones that are zoned into this room because our people don't like seeing corpses. So the polar bears move all the corpses back and forth. Now, with ideology, you know, you have challenges around animal filth and things like that. So it was a fun experiment in trying to create a set of zones that keep the polar bears out of this central area of our base and thus avoid filth, but also allow me to kind of like get them where they need to be doing what they need to be doing. And so the solution that I came up with is what I have affectionately referred to as the bear superhighway, which is this hay ring that if I bring back up the bear zone, fully encircles our base and kind of only gives the bears access to the places that I want them to. Things like the fungal fields. This should not be part of the zone anymore. All of our stockpiles out here, although there's really no reason for them not to have access to that. So the idea is just they're the workforce. They're the ones doing all of the hauling. And I've always enjoyed that dynamic of having animals do hauling. Like I've used Labradors and Huskies before. I think my evil cannibal sea ice colony eventually had a bunch of Huskies that were, you know, very weather immune and very capable of carrying corpses to convenient places to be preserved. But yeah, I like the animal aspect of it, and it's been fun having this one matriarchal bear that has begot like the entire colony in one way, shape, or form of bears, that is. So just really kind of a fun thing, but we very early in the game were put in a position where we needed haulers, and it just happened that we had a little bit of spare cash. A trader came through with 2 polar bears, and I was like, all right, we're going to be a polar bear colony. And the rest was kind of history. Well, a polar bear colony plus 1 turtle, Turt's Spanish, who's just celebrated their 151st birthday. Not bad. Only been in the colony for 4 years, but so I have heard of people doing it. I have not tried it myself. Like I've certainly seen it on the RimWorld subreddit, and I am curious about it, but don't really fully understand what the mechanism that enables it is. Also, I'm gonna continue patching up these walls with plasteel. Eventually, I want to fully ring this in with plasteel, and I probably could just do it. I certainly have more plasteel than I know what to do with. But it seems like after you kill a hive, the mega spiders become docile. So I've always kind of assumed that was that then you were able to do the training, but I think there's something more intricate or complex that I still don't fully understand about the act of trying to train them. But I am admittedly very curious. I'm also still very curious about the Luciferium farm that you were mentioning earlier. I'm curious what the mechanics of of farming Luciferium are, because that's not something I've ever done before. Outside of, I have before, without great success, tried the strategy where you get entire, like, you know, pirate colonies hooked on Luciferium, so when they visit, yeah, there's some trick to it. I do think that they become docile when their, what do you even call it? When their hive is destroyed. So that's it. Probably has something to do with that. But I don't actually know. Maybe I will Google it, and maybe we should make it a point to get ourselves a token mega scarab, since we have this colony. I also don't know how trainable they are. Like, I think they might only be able to attack. Be kind of cool to bond one with White, who is our animal shooting expert, and you know, White could just always have a mega scarab by her side. I'm never gonna understand. Welcome, Felicity, but never gonna understand the these particular spam things, because they don't even seem to be advertising anything. Normally, it seems like that's a, you know, well, I'm used to Twitch bots that are doing that sort of thing, but you know, dropping links in chat, etc. Yeah, I need to see if, yeah, maybe I wonder what the best way, we could probably do it. We probably could have done it on that map tile that we were just on, since we didn't have a lot of them. It's very hard for me to get an isolated one. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's there's that food poisoning I was worried was going to happen. Flynn has contracted food poisoning. Is going to start vomiting all over the place. Yeah, I mean, they don't bother me too much. The spammers, that is. But it is curious when I see them, because, you know, I'm always very curious and kind of want to understand what their ulterior motive is. You know, what are they trying to accomplish? And in this particular case, I can't even. I can't even. Ooh, bunch of simple meals. I am not even gonna bother collecting those, I don't think. I guess they will attract this mega sloth quite quickly. So we've got that going for us. We got bait simple meals. My gosh, Valentin is just brutal. Valentin's charge shot pierced the mega sloth's brain, skull, and head. You think you're having a bad day? Try being hunted by Valentin. He also, in his random shooting, I am pretty sure, accidentally also shot this rat. Yep, Valentin's charge shot narrowly missed the mega sloth and crushed the rat's body. All right, the incompetent cooking that I missed earlier is now coming back to haunt us in full force. We're gonna have a bunch of people vomiting their brains out. Oh, hold on. I basically, to answer your question about debris, I have this outer wall, and I try and clean up everything inside of the outer wall, but this stuff is just too unmanageable, and we've had this for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reconnect our turrets, because I think we're getting transport pods. Their pods went haywire and landed scattered all over the map. This is not a fun event. And then we're just going to get everybody ready to go, basically. All right, we need to come over here and start taking care of this this centipede. So centipedes in the world of royalty are all about getting them in melee range so that they don't get a chance to shoot. Now, we got a lot of centipedes inside of our base, which is not the most fun. So we're just gonna do the best that we can over here. What's our play? We're gonna lose these turrets, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. Ooh, we got a lot coming in the back here that I probably should have been ready for, that is. Okay, this is kind of our spot for a second here, I think. Which is not great. How far is Skip from... Okay, this is a mess. We're kind of surrounded on all sides here. So I'm going to move in a bit. Okay, so let's get Elliot to skip this right here. And then where's Amboss again? Come on down here. Okay, so far so good. Where's Green? Green is super food poison too, I think. So I'm just gonna... We're gonna skip this to Amboss. Where is a polar bear right now? How is there one in here? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Alright. I should have checked more closely. That's ridiculous. Alright. So we got to move all the bears. We're gonna lose some bears here for sure. Okay, what else are we working with here? We got another one here. This is pretty bad. I'm gonna send Bibor to deal with this guy. Oh, man. Okay, so we need Green to jump to here. And skip you to Amboss. And also, while we're at it, let's skip this to here. Okay. Stop shooting, Centipede. Come on. Okay, now this guy is proving to be really annoying. We've got a lot of baddies over here that need dealing with. Beaver is going to take this out. But we need Amboss over here taking fire. Let's move everyone down here to get visibility to be... We want less exposure. The food poisoning is really roughing us up. Something fierce. I'm trying to figure out how we take this thing out. I can probably just skip it over once it gets a little closer. But for the time being... Bibor, are you done with the centipede yet? Green, you have 2 charges? Okay, let's just... Okay, that's good. All right, I think we're in the clear now. But let's check. We lost quite a few polar bears to that. Sorry, Stefan. I wasn't ignoring your question. I hope it was evident that I was just no. Okay, wait. Nobody should be going anywhere but inside. Just go eat, yeah, people. Come on. Okay, so... Yeah, so I have a relatively small colony for late game. You are correct. The reason for that is the body... I think the body modder... Oh, no. Do we have any other... Are you getting patched up right now? No, dead in 3 hours. We did lose a bonded animal. That's sad. Well, I guess we're going to have a lot of polar bear for dinner, though. Womp womp. But yeah, that was nasty. Oh, and we have a scyther coming in randomly. You love to hate to see it. I need someone to... I think Amboss is gonna... Come on, Amboss. Just do this guy in for me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like the play with, especially like, I'm going for a kind of small number of high-value colonists. That's kind of the concept behind this one. So, you know, I'm putting lots of prosthetics, lots of bionics, etc. And so I wanted to go with a, let's make a bunch of uber super strong characters, as opposed to a smaller number of less... we're losing so many. All right, well, the bears took a big hit, but we have a lot of them. I'm very sad that we lost a bonded one. That always feels really bad. But are you in any danger? No. Okay. We will build back. Oops. But yeah, that was rough. That's the second time we've had those drop raids. But yeah, I liked the idea. You know, basically all of these characters are sitting on like, you know, 4 to 5 bionics apiece. Except for Morrison, apparently. Morrison needs some bionic legs. But yeah, I like the idea of a tight-knit group of very strong super soldiers. You two are going to get better, right? I don't have to worry about you. Oh, Polar Bear 93 has less than half a brain remaining. That's a bad day. I'm going to let this burn. Because we're going to have to rebuild those. I do think that there was real value to turning on the turrets because it buys us time. That's why I like to turn on the turrets when we have drop-in attacks like that, because it distracts the mechs a bit. Since, you know, they're kind of coming from all angles, we don't have our kill boxes. It's good for business, and I wish I had noticed that that we had a centipede in here. I think I could have done a much better job, but I kind of tunnel visioned. And now we desperately need Kenta to be doing cleanup with Amboss. Amboss is our full-time cleaner. And yeah, we'll have lots of meat moving forward. Who was Azolda bonded to, I wonder? Someone's gonna be bummed out, that's for sure. And we will slowly rebuild. But I don't think that went terribly. We just couldn't establish a good position. If we could have gotten to here, we would have been good on that front, but we would have really struggled with the ones coming in from this side. And since our internal base isn't particularly well airlocked, if we added another wall here, we might do better with those types of raids. And we might need to think about them because we're seeing them a lot more frequently than we did before. But everyone's recovered except for Steroid, who took a few random hits and is now trying to get us food poisoning again. Please, please do me a favor and do not continue the food poisoning trend, because that hurt us a lot too. I feel like that's like a guarantee of RimWorld. If your focus lapses even for a moment and you say get people food poisoned, you're going to have a really inopportune raid happen right on the heels of like 3 to 4 food poisonings. But the cleaning is starting to happen. Things are getting sorted out. I do want... What are you up to, Randy? Okay. Oh, everyone's on inside still. That's right. Let's return to work. Cooking. Amboss, you're on cooking. Valentin's on cooking. There we go. That will allow people to meditate where they actually want to, and probably also start getting the meat processed, which it's bittersweet. Why is... Oh, people are cleaning up the mausoleum area. Oh, and I almost forgot. We did get 4 anti-grain warheads, which I have not used. Oh, tell me about it. That is a story as old as time. Boomalope self-tamed it's chef's kiss RimWorld. It's kind of perfect. They want 12 colonists. The complex contains an unknown threat and is also being sought by Maker's enemies, the Club Wolves. He will send the shuttle to pick you up. Once you have landed, these are the worst of all, because we have to take 12 of our 13 colonists. I believe we are are we at 13? We're at 14. So we get to keep 2, but as a reminder, reminder would imply that it was ever known. But Steroid is a pacifist, incapable of violence. So a rock star, a critical part of our colony, but also a pacifist. So we we don't get to leave too many people behind. And what is going on? We need to get this rebuilt ASAP. Flynn. Yeah, so as a side note, like I don't know how I would do a quest like that on Randy Random. Uh it feels so like in this context, I can wait for a nice Cassandra lull where nothing's going to happen and I can make that work. But it is so difficult on with Randy Random to be like, yeah, I'm gonna have 12 colonists go away for like a full day, and just hope nothing's gonna happen is brutal. Um, can I get someone doing the butchering over here, please? Well, so what I got to, if I want the, so I've done 3 of those quests during this playthrough, but I can do it during the lulls. But yeah, if you want to get all of the symbols of your ideology, you gotta roll the dice. I think that the argument is there that it should probably be capped a little lower than that. Like I think 90%, which is basically right, all but 2, is 12 bears. Yes. I wish bears counted as colonists for that. That would be amazing. All right, white's out of the age reversal, because that's the other thing. It could be 12 colonists, plus I might have people in the pods, like Edie's in the pod right now for another 2 days. So it's rough. But we're getting our meat supply up due to some involuntary bear culling. Cough, cough. Green is on a go frenzy. It appears that no one is food poisoned anymore. Looks like we can start processing some of this insect meat into chem fuel. Tony, how you doing? Talk to me. Halfway home. What is the deal with Tony? Really likes steroid. Really likes mule. Likes Valentin a little bit. Dislikes Kenta a surprising amount. I guess holding me prisoner is gonna tank his relations with everyone. Really doesn't like Flynn, Bieber, Morrison, Green, or Ambas. But all of those will get better when Tony is no longer a prisoner. So, I mean, if we send people and they die, they're not coming back. But what happens with this particular quest is when they get to the other end, we control them. So it's just like the Ancient Complex raid that we just did, except we're controlling, except we get shuttled there as opposed to flying, or as opposed to walking. Now all the meat's on the map. Jeez. But I think with this, we're coming up on midnight here. I'm starting to get a little hoarse, and I think I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for RimWorld for today.